see you at halftime, Super Sports
A look in downtown Detroit, Michigan, the very proud home of the Detroit Lions. These fans are piled in here, ready to go tonight. First Monday Night Football game in this building since 2018. Aiden Hutchinson grew up a Lions fan and one of the most disruptive forces on any defense in the NFL. Same can be said for Max Crosby. Grew up in Michigan, a Lions fan, one of the most disruptive players on any defense in the NFL, going at it tonight. Welcome to the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. And now welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Glad to have you with us. It's the end of Week 8 and really a fun matchup here tonight. For the Detroit Lions, they come in on top of the NFC North. Dan Campbell, it's been a great 17-game run as the head coach of the Detroit Lions. He's a bit shorthanded again tonight. David Montgomery still out with the ribs. Two members of the offensive line are not available tonight. It is game number 8. It's the 7th different offensive line combination for the Lions up front, but he's excited to see how his team bounces back from a terrible outing last Sunday in Baltimore, and I know you are as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't been here when we've had this kind of crowd, so it's going to be a fun night. They're pretty jacked up, as are we. Now, when you talk about Dan Campbell and the job that he's done, it's been terrific. And a big reason why they've won the games that they've been able to win has been the play of Jared Goff. He's playing some of his best football, and I know last week was tough, but he has been consistent. He's given this team an opportunity each and every week. But when you look at this offense, Joe, you talk about the offensive linemen that they are without. And then, of course, David Montgomery. It's a big part of what they're about, running the football. So the rookie Jahmyr Gibbs, he gets the workload again tonight. He's a dynamic player, part of that rookie draft class. Looking forward to watching him. But this is a bounce-back game for the Detroit Lions.
Let's talk about the Las Vegas Raiders. They're sitting there just a game under 500, but they've had inconsistency at the quarterback position of all positions. They've played all three quarterbacks. Last week was awful in Chicago. They get Garoppolo back tonight off the back injury. It's time for him to take a step forward with the Raiders.
Well, it is, and they certainly are better when Jimmy Garoppolo is at center. And then they start to get something going. They win 2 games in a row, and then they have the outing that they had last week without him. But they have struggled in really all facets. Last year, what carried this offense was their ability to run the football. The offensive line hasn't been quite as good. Josh Jacobs hasn't been quite as good. But the defense has really been the bright spot, and at least they've been able to keep them in games. And we saw Max Crosby a few weeks ago, one of the best individual performances that I've ever seen, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do tonight.
We're going to talk about him quite a bit tonight. Lisa's going to have a segment on both Max Crosby and Aiden Hutchinson. We can't wait. Let's take a look at the divisional standings for the NFC North. The Lions at 5-2, and the division looks different, even right behind him with the injury to Kirk Cousins with a torn Achilles. That makes this NFC North right now firmly in the grasp of the Detroit Lions. And in the AFC West, there are the Raiders. Everybody looking up at the Chiefs, who lost a surprising one yesterday at Denver on the road. Take a break and come back and talk about these tremendous defensive forces. Max Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson, on display tonight on Monday Night Football.